What up, what up, what up? All right. It's a couple minutes past 11. For whatever reason, I got on here and a bunch of my stuff wasn't set up correctly. I don't know what happened. But I seem to have gotten it worked out. So whatever, we'll roll with what we got, right? We'll deal with what we got. All right. What's up, nerd Jeremy? What's up, Darth? What's up, Frank? Might have some new people on tonight. Maybe not. We'll see. Never really know how things turn out, right? So it's all good. Trying to turn over a new leaf in the world. Be a bigger man and all that good nonsense. Let's get some stuff pulled up here. Let's start with a chart. How about that? Got Digibyte pulled up now. All right, let's get the chat box up there. Bam, there it is. All right. Need to share and stuff. Yep, sorry. Gotcha. What's up, Mr. Fib? Everybody in the Two Butt crew, what's good? All right. Feeling pretty good today. I don't know why. No reason in particular. Just feeling pretty damn good. I don't know why. Probably should be frustrated, but hey, I don't think that'll get me nowhere. We've still all been. I'm not gonna sit around and bullshit forever here. I'm just gonna get to it here. Fix my damn shirt. By the way, if you don't have a shirt, get a shirt. There we go. The camera down here a little bit. We can see the shirt a little better. Bam! 786 Assassins. Let's go. In every video, there's a description at the bottom. At the bottom of the description, there's a section where you can click on the Redbubble link, get you a damn shirt. We got 6 different designs. Oh, listen, Rug, don't be quoting Ghetto Boys, because I would play it, but I'll get a YouTube strike, because I love me some Ghetto Boys. Get you a shirt, man. All the profits go to the giveaway. Giveaway's up and running already. We got 76 people signed up already. That's pretty cool. 76 different people want to win 1,000 XRP. I'm cool with that. Hope y'all are cool with that. Got called a scammer a few times a day. That was awesome to be in the company of scammers. Let's go. It ain't often that you get in the company of scammers. Those are the popular people, right? So it's all good. Whatever. I'm clearly not a scammer, but hey, whatever. I'll take it. At least you're talking about you, right? Even if it's bad, at least they're talking about you. Looks like we got a good ping rate. We don't have any gigabytes per second drop. Happy about that. Internet's kicking ass and taking names. I like it. I ran the hardwire in here, by the way, too, so we're not on Wi-Fi anymore. We're straight off the router, and it's 5G now. Oh, I don't have shots, but I do have a little something mixed here. I'm going to try to get through it by the time we end the night, because I made some mistakes a couple weeks ago, and I never paid for them. So I'm going to try to pay for them by finishing that drink off. I run out of Fireball. Just run out, man. That's what happens, right? So anyway, I've been using the cloud here a little bit just to kind of try to dial it in a little bit more. I feel like the cloud isn't the most accurate thing ever, but what the cloud does do is give us some good knowledge on what's to be foreseen and what's not to be foreseen. And right now, while this is a buy on the daily, I kind of worry because the RSI is really high. It's not like crazy high into sale point, but it's high. It's kind of cruising along at the top, and it can do that if it likes, but I'd rather see it do its thing and get it over with. It's kind of dragging its feet, you know what I mean? The cloud to the far right is kind of small, and just doing some cloud analyzation for the past while, just goofing off doing cloud analyzation, I've kind of found out that, you know, when the cloud's small at the end, there tends to be smaller movements, and it kind of helps you kind of pinpoint when not to sit in a sideways trade. You know what I mean? Which is the whole point in the cloud anyway, Don't get caught in a sideways trade. You can use the cloud to eliminate that sideways. You can use the cloud to eliminate those negative trades. You know what I mean? And really hone in and get positive on every trade. You might not get the max percent with the cloud, which is the whole point. But it reduces that risk such a massive amount. You know what I mean? Such a massive amount. So Rug says he loves him some Office Space. Rug, are you wearing your 26 pieces of flare right now? Because I need to know. Because Jeremy is wearing 29 pieces of flare. How many pieces of flare are you wearing? Sure, the limit is 26, but you could do 29. Office Space came on a couple days ago, and I was watching that shit on the way to work. Y'all are stupid. Oh boy. All right. So what we're looking at on the cloud is this is a buy signal at the moment. Why? We have 4 points of contact on the cloud that we look for. Number one, price over the cloud, yes. Number two is the conversion line over top of the baseline. Conversion line on my cloud is blue, which is here, and red is the baseline on my cloud. Conversion is over base. That's two positives. Third is the lag line over top of the cloud. It's not. It's right at the edge of the cloud, but it's not over, okay? The fourth point is the cloud on the end green, and it is green. The thing is, we're missing that fourth point with this lag line not being up here. Okay, it's close, but it's not there yet. Now, the other point here is that we're over the 8. We're over the 8 EMA, which would be a buy. You know what I'm saying? So if that's a buy, then you've been on a buy for a while. And this is the thing that the cloud would have taken away from you. It would have kept you out of this, and you would have missed all of this because the cloud isn't a buy yet. It hasn't been a buy this entire time. It's been sitting inside the cloud or under the cloud, which is no buy. It eliminates the sideways. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I like to use the 8 and the 21 in conjunction with the cloud, because sometimes the cloud pulls you back on the reins so hard that you miss out on some. And I feel like you miss out on a lot. And if we can eliminate that miss out and we can still get our gains and get out in time, I think that's a win-win. So, you know, if you were playing the 8, you would have got in this right here at the pivot line is where you would have bought, because you had a close over and another close over. And you'd have got up here and got what appears to be about, so far, 6%. So that'd have been something, you know what I mean? You'd have been scalping still, which is cool. Scalping some off the top, which is neat. That'd have been worth it in my opinion. Let's see. What's up, Ken? Good to have you, brother. I hope everybody that's on here is signed up for the giveaway. Giveaway will be on November 1st. I kind of decided that. I wanted to give everybody enough time to get in there and get in on it. People have been doing it all the way up until like 15 minutes before I got on the computer here. People were still commenting to get in. So I've got all their names marked and the position that they'll be in. I'm just going to make a big list and write their names down one by one. And we'll do a random drawing on a random number generator on Google. And whatever number comes up, you get the loot. Absolutely. You could share it to anybody, Jeremy. I don't care. That's the whole point. I even shared it to the other side over here that I'm not very well liked in. I got invited by a different guy, and he kind of talked to me and asked me would I come over there, which I wasn't too keen on because a couple people invited me back over there already, and I was like, nah, I don't know, man. I don't want to step off in that drama. But he invited me, so I went over there, and I noticed that I was immediately being called a scammer, and that kind of sucked. But he kind of chilled out on the whole scam stuff. Didn't really apologize or anything. But he kind of chilled out on all the scam stuff. Now, my video got removed. Whatever. I get it, because people think I'm trying to shit them. That's fine, because it says giveaway. You know, people think because it says giveaway that there's not really a giveaway. And China and Russia kind of ruined the giveaways for me, I guess. But I'm doing it legit. You see me live right now. Hey, look. It's really my phone. I'm really me. So, you know, I'm in a laundry room. We know this. There's nothing special here. All right, you've been rehabilitated from hopium. Yes, I have. I'm just there to kind of, share some stuff if somebody wants to know something. If they don't, that's fine. I won't say anything. We'll just shut up. Let me answer Frank back real quick. There you go, Frank. All right. So again, we're close on a buy. We're not quite there on Bitcoin. Now, if we drop down lower, that's the thing. We drop down lower, we start to see different stuff. Like, because I've been waiting to see the point of action on this, I've been going like way down low on these time frames to try to get as sharp as I can on an entry and exit. Because we're doing futures on. I've been leveraging this here, and I don't want to lose out. I want to make profits here. I don't want to lose. So whenever I do futures, I go way down low on the charts here. Now the thing is, look, it's still not a sale, even on the 1 hour. Okay, that's tough, but it's still not a sale on the 1 hour. Did all this mess today. It did this really nasty wick, and then this really nasty red. I don't even know what kind of candle that is. It's not really a spinner. It's a really odd candle for, it's just a really odd candle. It came down and hit and popped back up, but now it's made a lower high and it's starting to come back. It signals downtrend to me. But it hasn't broken the 21 or the 8 yet. Still sitting over top of the conversion line. So it's still hanging in there. And it's over the cloud. And the lag line's over. And it's in the green. So technically this is still a buy on the 1 hour. But it's not it looks like it's starting to trend in the opposite direction. We have a pennant forming here on the hour. Just a quick little drawing here. Not perfect or anything. Just a little something. Right. Kind of got a little pennant going. We'll see which way it breaks. What do the indicators look like? I don't know. I haven't looked at them. Looks like the MACD's curling over. That's not good. That signals down to me. But it's got all this dip right here it can ride in. And the cloud, all this little room right here, which is all the way down to 11.4 before it can make another decision. This cloud is going to tighten up, though. I can see that happening now. This cloud is going to tighten over here. And I'm going to have to make a decision. This is going to be a point where it can fall under right here, which is like October 16th. Tomorrow. Looks like it could be a point where it falls into this void. 16th or 17th. We'll see. No guarantees on that. You can't read a cloud like that. So even on the low time frames, there's really not a sale yet. Now it's not like a buy because you've already missed your buy. Your buy was probably back here. But that's a tough buy even then, man. You closed over the 8 right here. That'd have been a buy, I guess. And you rode this up. I mean, it's kind of sitting there. I don't know. That's a tough buy. I'd be a little afeared of taking that one. It's a lot of resistance hits right here going on and not breaking resistance, which means down. So we'll see. I'm not sold on that shit at all. At all. Let's just jump over to some of the other coins, some of the alts. Algo looks awful. This is good because it's doing what we thought it would do. Let's see if I can pull that idea up that I had over here. We'll pull it up real quick so you can see it. There we go. I posted this on September 29th. That was 2 weeks ago. Did we do this action? Yeah, it's taking longer than I thought. It kind of popped up over and is now pulling back down. But I had it at, let's go on the daily. That's weekly now. How about daily? Well, it almost hugged that line, didn't it? It was fairly close. So this was 2 weeks ago. Let's take the cloud off because we don't want to see the cloud on this. Okay, so if we compare that to what I posted 2 weeks ago, it's still hanging in there, man. It did exactly what I thought it would do. Look, it went up a little higher. It came up to here. But we had the down, up, and then down, and now we're kind of hanging out right there. So we're down, up, down. Now we're kind of hanging out right here. We're going to see. I still think this thing could pop up. It's touch and go here. MACD's starting to roll over. See this? RSI is flat under the support line. Oh, well, never mind. We're right over the support line. That's a positive for it. Over the support line on the pivots. It's a tough call, man. It might ride the bottom here, and if it does, that's more risk for dropping, okay? We're going to find out. That algo looks down to me, man. A lot of these coins look down, and I say that on purpose because that Bitcoin gap hasn't closed yet. And until it does, we're going to be sitting here lingering in limbo. Oh, there's another gap also. What does the stock look like? Well, let's look because I want to see that too. I just had the 8 up there because someone else had asked me about the 8 and the 21 and how I use it. So I pulled it up there real quick just to show. Yeah, stock's pointing down. So it's not down there yet. It can go down here and run the floor. It could also just turn up at the oversold line. You know, this might be sideways. That's why we use the cloud. You see what I'm saying? This would eliminate that sideways. What's up, Robert Morris? What's good, my dude? That's Mr. Pickle, right? I think that's Mr. Pickle. Not sure. It's always less people on Thursdays, by the way. Which is fine by me. I got like, I think we've hit 18 at one point, or maybe 20. But that's fine. I mean, if I could do these at around 8 o'clock, that would be perfect because YouTube tells me that most of y'all are online around 8 o'clock, and that'd be the best time to do it. Only thing is, I just can't do it at 8 o'clock. I was at a baseball practice until 8:30, so it's like it's impossible. Are the Braves winning? I had to leave so I could come in here. Let's look real quick. Yeah, this is live. 2 to 8. Yep, 8th inning. Top of the 8th. Okay. He got out. The guy got out of the 7th inning. Now I was thinking he wasn't gonna make it out of the 7th. It was easy to mistake the double bottom for an inverse head and shoulders, but as it makes a bear diamond pattern. Correct. See, that's exactly what he's saying. We got a bear diamond or a bear pennant forming down here. We can even pull that up. We got this trend line here, and then we have another. Oh, excuse me. Well, it's not really a diamond. It's kind of misformed. I don't know. That looks more like a. It looks more like this to me. You know what I mean? Like it's just hitting a daily resistance. It's having a hard time breaking that daily resistance. And it's kind of falling flat on its face. So either way, it's not breaking resistance. That's the thing. It's getting caught in the shit right here. And it's having a hard time getting through it. And it's got so much support down here that I don't foresee it dropping too far. That's why I don't think it goes way down. If it's going to follow Bitcoin some, that's fine. I think it's going to follow some. But not too much. And if we pull this up here, we started here and come up to here with our fib. I just moved it over to the side. I'll move it back into it here for you so you can see it a bit better. Come on, I'm grabbing this. It won't let me move it. Whatever. I'll pull it over this way. No matter to me. We pull it here and here, which would be from this point down here. Well, actually, let's go to this one. It's higher up. Try to be as accurate as I can. From this point to the top, we've started to retrace. We're pulling down past the 50. That was our hit and go. That was our hit and go line, and we passed it now. Okay, our continuation line. We're past that. We've got down into the other retracement lines that are more of a slow pullback. We're not to the sniper line yet. That's going to be the end of this pennant. This is trend line. So really, it's hinging on whether or not we break this trend line. Okay, that's what we're really hinging on right here. We break this trend line, then we're coming down here to 1618. That's going to happen because Bitcoin's gap hasn't closed. Now let's look at that next. Y'all go ahead if y'all would and find anything that y'all want to talk about, whatever coin you want to talk about, and we'll get them up here in a second. This way I have them on the list already. Yep, still sitting in cash, Dre. Still sitting in cash. I kind of wanted to scalp today, but then I pulled back and said, nope, I just want to read charts and chill. I didn't want to take a chance and risk it. It's not worth the risk at this point for me. Yeah, look at here. So the other day when we had this dramatic up for Bitcoin, when everybody likes it because they think we're pumping and we're not pumping, we're just making a normal move here. We had another gap form. Right there. Okay. Haven't closed that gap. It's kind of flirting and making a pennant here. I'll drop down on the 4 hours so you can see it a bit better. There we go. See that? We got a point here, something like that. Then we got another one. Something like that. Either way, we got a little pennant forming up there. Whatever. But we haven't broken it. And that happens to be right there at a monthly resistance line. And that monthly resistance line is holding strong. So until it decides it's not holding strong anymore, she's going to come down, at least close this small gap. And we still know we have this big gap down here. Mama BTC hasn't formally pulled her plug out all the way. We're still waiting on that. But once the tampon comes out, you know, there will be blood in the streets. Once we get this over with, we could just get it over with. We're free to go back up. This is going to form a beautiful inverse head and shoulders on the weekly. It kind of already has. See this? Okay. It's got a nice looking formation here. But it needs to get going if it's going to go. And that's the thing. It's getting stuck under this monthly resistance right here. And it's just hanging out. It can't hang out right there under resistance. It cannot do that. Chart fundamentals tell you when it hangs out underneath resistance, it will not go. It's going to go down. Same thing. It's the opposite direction. If it hangs out on top of support and the indicators fall down, you're going to go up. Okay, that's a buy zone. But we're not in a buy zone right now. Our RSI is pointing up, getting toward the top. MACD is curling up now, but look, it's already kind of high. It's in the bull trading zone. Stock RSI is low and kind of curling up. We'll see, but this scares me, man, because I know we got these gaps in here. The only thing that closes gaps, the only crypto, is Bitcoin, because it's the only one traded on the CME market, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Okay. No other cryptos are. If you're looking for gaps on other charts like XLM or Tezos or Link or XRP or Ethereum or Litecoin or ADA or VET or any of them, they do not have gaps in their charts because the charts never stop. This is the only one. Only crypto that does this. Sorry to break everybody's heart. Is XMR still due to continue? Man, me and Dre were talking about that, and I kind of worry about XMR a little bit because it threw that one big tall wick, and it hasn't done anything since then. And when I see the wicks like that, that's a signal, man. Yeah, you see that wick it threw on the daily? And it also did a beautiful 1618. Like it perfectly hit 1618. Let me pull that up and show you. Like it was beautiful. Look at the move this thing did here. Yes, I have the stupid mouse again. I just have to hard press every time I use it. Remember to hard press. All right. Yep. See, we did a 1618 right here. Hanging out right there at it. It went over a little bit, but then it pulled right back down and stopped on top of it. Okay, now it's throwing a shooting star on this daily. That's an ugly candle. I don't ever want to see shooting stars at the top. Shooting stars at the top mean down. That's all there is to that. When you see a shooting star at the top, that means down. I don't want to see down. The thing is, this went up so high that it looks like it's going to pull back. And in my opinion, if it's going to pull back, let me pull these contact points off right here. These are profit zones, and you see it hit all three of them. You hit all three. If I hit all three of my zones, I'm fully out every single time. We're going to come back down here to the support line around 1272. And going to be sitting on top of this, maybe right near R1, okay? Maybe R2 first, and then R1. And then it's free to do whatever it wants to after that. But we've got to pull back at some point here. The RSI is overbought. This is sell all day long because we're overbought. Yes, it can do this back here. That's not something I want to play around in. We're clearly overbought. We had R3 and fell short multiple times of contact. Didn't break it. Now we're falling down. Stock RSI is super high. MACD is high and rolling over. All these things are telling me stop. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't stay in this. This is kind of too much. It's too high. It's got the indicators topped out. Now the thing is, like weekly. Weekly has, no it doesn't. Look how high the weekly, no, I'm super out of this. That weekly is really high on XMR, on Monero. That's really high. See that? No go for me on that one. I know this stock RSI can get up here and run. No thank you. That's not worth the risk. Especially look how hard that weekly wicked. Monthly, how does it look? Monthly has room, okay? MACD has room. So maybe it's got a couple weeks of down and then it turns up again. And that would be okay for the monthly. But I still think it's got to come down at some point. We're going to see. I don't want everybody to get hung up on one chart because there's so many coins, okay? There's so many coins. Don't ever get upset because you didn't catch one. Don't ever get mad because the coin that you were looking at didn't do what you wanted. It literally happens to me every day, so you just got to take it on the chin and move on. I was talking to my kid about that at baseball practice today. So he got tagged out when he was running, and he fell down and scraped his knee. So, of course, he busted out into tears. And I told him there's no crying on a baseball field, man. That's the way Tom Hanks said it. There's no crying in baseball. And he stopped. And what he didn't even realize was the kid dropped the ball, so he wasn't out. So he could have kept running, but he was too busy going into panic mode. Kids. So. Yeah, look at where we're this hourly again. We're doing the thing here. We're coming down. I just feel like this thing is so close. Oh, by the way, let's pull this up here on can we look at it on 4 hour? Yeah. Guess what we have forming here, okay? See this Bart Simpson pattern right here? Up, sideways, 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 down. We're doing it again. Straight up Bart Simpson. Up, sideways, 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 sideways. Can't break resistance, down. The question is, how far down are we going to go, okay? That we don't know. We're going to try to play this the smartest way we can. I'm going to aim for this pivot line first. I'm going to aim for the trend line after that, and then we'll keep going from there. Let's see. I had a buy signal on XRP using just the 821 a few days ago. I scalped a few bucks and got out before it dipped again. Very good. Very good. Let's see. Next day it dipped. Yep. Guess they got that one wrong, eh? Yeah. Definitely going to look even 0.225. Yeah, 225. I even still think 21.5 or 20 on XRP. Did you tell him to stay away from Jimmy the Clap Dugan? Jimmy the Clap Dugan. I think it was 1G, wasn't it? I don't remember. I just remember my favorite part of the movie was when he goes and takes a piss, and Rosie O'Donnell was clocking him. That's some good pissing. Oh, man. That's such a good movie. And a true story. All right, let's see. Absolutely good opportunity retracement, probably one of the last. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be one of the last, but I know this is one of the last ones we're going to have before we, get moving here. Boy, did they lay an egg on that 2020 is the year of the digital asset bullshit. They laid a straight up egg on that, didn't they? Man. A lot of these charts moved a little bit, but a lot of them didn't. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. They got everybody all hyped up on that, didn't they? And I'll blame that on a lot of YouTube influencers because really it was them. sharing a bunch of people that have really no knowledge of crypto and just spouting out stuff. So we'll see. It's just that irritates me. I don't do news. Y'all know I don't do news. I don't care about the news. Swell's going on right now. Can't you tell? Look at the chart. Look. Doesn't the chart right there scream swell to you? Every year they say we get a pump at swell and then a dump. Well, I haven't seen either yet. It's just moving sideways in a downtrend. It's not an uptrend yet. I know people want to say that is because it broke the downtrend. You said they're down or up? Incorrect. You can sit here watching this sideways crap all day. We did this for 2.5 months before, didn't we? On other assets. On XRP a while back, we did this for 2.5 months. Remember that? We were calling it XRP stablecoin back when Kevin Cage all talked to us. Yeah, that was the good old days, right? What did Darth just post up here for me to look at? Algo. Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying. My bad. I see it now, Darth. Yeah. It's more of a parallelogram. But I see what you got there. And it's breaking downward. Fair enough. I see what you're saying. Fair enough. All right. Looks like we got 9 people on here. Is this just all people from the stream, from the group? If not, if you guys aren't, if you're first time watching or whatever, please talk, ask questions, and all that good shit. We'll be happy to talk to you. Let's message them over here and see what they say. Let's see. What do we say? Stream going on right now. Feel free to hop on and ask questions. Exclamation point. Let's see how fast this gets deleted. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. All right, let's. I want to check the Four Horsemen's charts. Yep. I know who Robert is. Yep, I know your brother. Academy of Forex. A lot of good stuff going on over there, by the way. If y'all haven't checked that out, over there on the Discord channel over there, working on some really cool stuff and some really cool indicators. Y'all need to go check that out because those indicators will work on crypto also. And it's kind of up to you to figure out which ones work best for what. He just kind of gives you the data and lets you go from there. XRP is nosing over pretty damn hard on this MACD right here. So buy this if you want, but boy, that's not a buy to me. It's interesting because, like somebody just said, Jolly said this. We had a buy signal. Why were we not? Buy signal confirmed with a big arrow, so everybody would click on it, right? It's almost like interesting comments that I had on that screenshot that I shared were kind of the same, weren't they? The dip can mislead people because they're waiting for that right shoulder, then it creates a double bottom, then a triple bottom, then a downward continuation. Yep. And you get stuck waiting on the sideways, man. You can't. If you're going to wait on the sideways, you need to be in cash. You don't need to be in an asset. That's the best way of looking at that. VET. XRP looks like it's clearly going down to me. Oh, let's pull that back up and get a target. I got my targets up there still. Why do I have these targets? I'll show you. Let's go to weekly. Yeah. It's a little hard to see on the weekly. As you see, we didn't quite get this. See, that's another thing I was waiting on. Was this weekly to come up here and hit this 50 continuation line and then break down. And that never happened. It got stuck at 382, which doesn't happen very often. Okay? That kind of concerned me that didn't happen. Okay, and I immediately started thinking, well, something's up. Why didn't that thing come up to 50? Doesn't have to. Okay, but I was expecting it. That's why the arrows are pointing up to that pink box. But anyway, we're starting to show this big red engulfing candle right here, which is signifying down. So we'll get back on the daily here, and we're going to find our retracement points. Let's delete this so we got a little bit better view. I'll do it again here. I'm going to start down here because this is the weekly point. It'll kind of show you what I'm talking about a little bit more accurately, I think. Because I'm telling y'all, the weekly is what I missed on. But as you see here, 1414 and S2 line up almost perfectly, okay? When I see points like this line up really closely, like 1414, I take profit line lining up almost exactly with S2 or any other point like that, S1 or pivot, it doesn't really matter. When I see something lining up like that, man, that screams target to me, okay? That screams target to me. And I'm even going to tighten this up a little bit here. Like that. I can't predict perfect price action. I can get close. But that, you know, look. Here again, I got 22.395 or 22.4 or 22.5. Somewhere around in here for this first drop. And why do I have that? Because that's 786, 886 territory. Okay, that's our sniper lines. That's what we're looking for. We hit these lines right here, and we could have it bounce up. That's why I got that arrow drawn. If we do get that bounce up, hey, that would lead us right back to a 50 retracement up and then a dump. Okay, and that would get us, you know, to our points where we want to be. Now the thing is, if we pull up the cloud, we're clearly under it still. We haven't made any progress on getting over it at all. I'm going to take the cloud off, and I'm going to put up the moving averages and stuff so we can see better. There we go. Yeah, here you go. See, another thing, the 786, 886 target is right at the 200 moving average, which is right at S1. Now I have 3 points of contact. I have the 786, 886 area. I have the 200 moving average, and I have S1 on the pivot lines. Right in the same spot. That's 3 points of contact. Well, that screams price action movement to me, okay? That's going to go in that area. Are there any other points that line up quite the same? Yes, there are, and that's over the price. Look, right here. Look at all this mess right here. The 8, the 21, the Bollinger Band midline, the 50 MA, and the 100 moving average are all right on top of each other. Right here, pushing down on this price, suppressing the price. That screams down to me. Like loud, blaring print down. What are we getting right now? We're getting a green candle that's testing the bottom of this crap. After this test, watch and see if we don't get some down, okay? These are not predictions. It's pretty much simple to read this price action. We're going to get it down here. Where we're going to come down to, we're probably going to get caught up in some chop, whatever. And I'm pretty sure this again, I said this last stream, that 200 moving average is going to get hit. Hasn't been hit in 3 months. Okay, it's going to get hit. The 200 moving average is the strongest magnet on the chart. The 200 will get hit. Okay? Do we bounce off of it? Do we go under it? I can't predict that perfectly, okay? So I'm going to wait until I get closer to that to make a more accurate call. After that, again, my target's right there. That's right there. I put this chart up here. Yep. Okay, of it doing something similar, okay? I still had the same zone right here, 20 cents-ish. Okay? Still nothing's changed. I had the same box drew right here. And this was this October 2nd. That was roughly 2 weeks ago. See, look, I'm not lying about any of this stuff, okay? I really post this stuff for TradingView, and I really put this out there for everybody to see. Same boxes in the same spots. Come at me. Come at me. Am I really the problem? I don't think so. All right, so what was saying over here? Let me read some of these comments. Robert says I trade Forex and options for many years. Brandass new to crypto, keeps been getting me motivated to learn. I'm glad I'm getting you motivated to learn, but don't do anything until you're ready, okay? Because crypto's crazy. In the future, FX will be around. But this is where FX used to be in the 70s. Correct. See, that's the interesting thing he just brought up. This, Forex didn't come around till what, 72? And then in the 80s is when it really got popular. And then from there, it kind of smoothed its way out. Okay, now this is what's happened to crypto. It's the same play. Okay, the charts were new back then, but now they're not. So these charts are still fairly new. Where you could make just gobs of money pretty regularly. That's exactly what I've been telling you, Robert, about crypto, because the movements are so sharp. You know what I mean? They're so sharp, and the price action is such that you're just not going to get what you would normally get from a Forex move. It's just all there is to it. You make 100 pips an hour in crypto, or you make 100 pips a week in Forex. The thing is that Forex is always going to be there, which is cool. Okay. Let's see. That green candle is swell pump for, I know, right? That one little green small candle is that swell pump. That little candle right there. Anyway, that's XRP. Let's move on to ADA. All right. I got a bunch of shit drawn in here. Let's just try to filter through some of it. Let's pull this one off first. There's too much shit to look at one time. Okay, so we hit the 200, unlike what we didn't do on XRP. XRP stopped up here and didn't hit that 200. It's got a nice bounce off of it. We had a sweet little upward momentum breaker. Finally broke the trend line. We did it again. We had a retracement. We've done a pretty similar retracement, but not exactly the same. The difference on this one is we're over the 8, and the 8's over the 21. So this is in a buy range, okay? We have support from the 200, from the 50. We're under the 100. Is that a buy? Probably, but we don't know yet. We're over the pivot line. You should have got in back here. You'd be in it and still up right now in the profits. Let's look at the cloud, shall we? Yes, we shall. I've been trying to go to the cloud a lot lately because, it kind of keeps you out of the sideways stuff. And there's just so much sideways charts out there right now. I don't want to be the sucker. Yep, it's a no-go on the daily on the chart for the cloud. You don't have any of the contact. Yeah, we got one. We got the conversion is over the base. That's one good thing. Everything else is bad. Red cloud, flag line under, price under the cloud. 3 out of 4 is bad on ADA, so we're still not a buy there. I would like to at least see 2. Can we go down to 4 hour and see a better looking one? Let's see. Nope, 4 hours a sell. 4 hour is a sell. Our conversion line is below the baseline. And the lag line running to the candles. That means sell. Should have already been out of ADA. Sometime this afternoon. Maybe like 11 o'clock Eastern, you'd have been out. Yeah, 12. Yeah, 11 or 12 o'clock, you'd been out. So, ADA is still a no-go. I have targets here. Let's see if we can figure out where these targets are going to lead us to. Okay. Okay, let's pull a set here. We could, let's do the same one as XRP. Same thing I pulled on XRP, okay, even though they're 2 different charts. What does that lead me? I had these points pulled, these silver boxes right here for this one to fail. And what do I see? The 200 is up near the 50. This could bounce off the 200 and keep going. The dip could be less dramatic on ADA. And I'm curious. Okay, because this is a different chart than XRP, let's do it at a different point and then we'll work backwards here. So if we do it here, that's 786, 886 area. Then we got the 1272 down here on monthly resistance. And then this one's just out here floating in the middle of nowhere. So this target is no good. Let's move it somewhere else. Maybe here looks better. Okay, so things changed on ADA a little bit based on the fact that the price action pulled us up some. I bet it was this one that I measured. And instead of going down, we popped up. Now we did it again. Now, they very well make it happen again, okay? We could pop up and get up over this 100 and then fail. If so, we'll play it by ear when we get there. ADA is still not a buy. I know it's over the 8 on the daily, and that's great, but it's threatening to go under. And what does the other indicators look like? MACD's doing a similar move to XRP where it's kind of sweeping down right here. See that? It's hot in here. Let me see if I can turn this damn little fan on. Girlfriend said it worked. Hey. Let's go. Kind of rattles though. It might be a shit box. I don't know. We'll see. Oh man, that thing rattles like hell. Who would want this shit? This thing's ass. Yeah, this little fan's ass. I'll use it for a second, then I'll cut it off. Yeah, what you're saying about the stock, it's rolling over. I don't like that either. And the RSI kind of went flat. Looks like it's rolling over too. See, man, this happens where it pops up over the midline like this and then just dips right back down. It doesn't make much action. Either way, this was kind of a buy signal that it came over. However, the real buy signal was way down here when this thing crossed over. Look, you had the MACD down, the stock RSI was down, and the RSI was down, and that was your buy point. These three indicators told you to buy. It wasn't over the 8 yet. You could have waited for that 8 for confirmation as the 4th. And you could have been in on ADA earlier. It's just tough to find all these, man, and call them like this. So we're still waiting on ADA also. VET. We'll save XLM for last because Dre's watching. All right. VET is a little lower than ADA there. Y'all see that? It's looking a little suspect. Let me get the monthly out here and see. Man, we're in no man's land. There's no support. Here's the problem when you go too fast, too quick. You run out of support. And it feels good and all to do that whole pump thing. Oh man, we're pumping. We're killing it. And then you have to come back and retrace. And everybody doesn't want to wait. You want to get in and get in and get in and get in. I have a lot of that where I see it, people talking, I'm getting in. Oh man, I'm buying. I think it's time to buy. I thought, well, we're going to buy now. And it's just, it went up fast and you didn't get out. And now you want to get back in to try to make that profit up. And it's too late. You've already missed your buy. And you missed your sale. So don't compound it by buying the wrong time again. I know that sucks to hear. Yeah, looks like this one's coming down to support, y'all. Anywhere in this area, because we have this support zone right here, so we can hit this. It should be this top part here. We can dip down to this. Any one of these two. I made this one nice and big because I can't perfectly predict this price action on this monthly line. But I feel like we're going to test it again. If we can hold the 200, great. That would be excellent. But the MACD is in bear territory. That's bear territory down here. Unlike it being up here. That's RSI's right at 40, but up under it looks like. Super close. Yeah, that's right at 40, man. That's right at the decision point, which is right on the 200. This kind of makes me think up. Stock is just kind of sideways and up. Let's look at the cloud. Maybe that'll give us some more insight. VET on the cloud is way under. Holy moly. Let's go down to a lower time frame so we can find a buy. Man, even the cloud is a sell on the low time frames. Boy, it's been a long fall from grace for VET, hasn't it? Probably sucked for y'all who stayed in. Keith got out. Oh, yeah, there still isn't even a buy on the 4 hour. What about the 2 hour? If there's a buy down there somewhere. No, the 2 hours of sale. This is super no-go for VET. Super no-go. Everything says sale on VET. I don't like that. And lastly, we'll do XLM for the Dre Day. He may have changed his name, but he's still Dre in our hearts. All right. Let's see. Whoops. All right. So, you know what? We're going to have a buy on the lower time frames, but this daily clearly is not. The daily's doing really similar to what we saw ADA doing, except ADA was above the midline. We're below the midline on this MACD. Stock pointing down, RSI's flat. The thing is, we have a hammer candle right here. That daily hammer. See that? That tends to mean up. And there's a possibility we come up here and hit the bottom of the cloud, then fall. Can't leave that out. That's a good possibility. Now let's go down to a lower time frame just to see if we had a buy. Yep, she's a buy. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is still a sell. Conversion is under the baseline. You got 3 out of 4, not 4 out of 4. On the 4 hour. Oh, that's 4 day. I'm sorry. That's 4 day. 4 hour. Okay, here's 4 hour. My fault. Well, even then, this one's still not a buy. Matter of fact, it's turning into a sale right now. This is sale, Dre. I'm sorry. I thought this was going to be a buy. 4 hours says no. What about the 2 hour? 2 hours says no. It's a buy. It's a sale everywhere, Dre. XLM is a sale everywhere. Except this hammer candle. So let's see if we can get a fib set in here and find out exactly what our point of buy will be. Where I would buy. Alright, let's go down to 4 hours. We get some good candle action in here. Yeah, we had a bullish engulfing right here. I like that. Let's see. At the point where we would buy. All right, Dre, if we can break and hold 75, 075, that would be a buy to me because that would be on top of all this shit right here. If we can get over top of all that shit on the 4 hour, that'll put us in price action to move up. But look at these bands tightening. Look how tight they were right here before this fall. That concerns me, my man. Concerns me. That looks like down to me. Because we're just not breaking the lines here. We'll see. It's more promising than ADA and VET, that's for sure. And XRP is the only one that's a buy right now. Or the most buyable. Boy, that's a tough thing to hear, isn't it? That's... Y'all know how I feel about XRP. Yes, that's what we're giving away. Why? Because it's probably the most popular other than Bitcoin. It's probably the most popular. Ethereum is not very popular, believe it or not. A lot of people talk about it, but not a lot of people own it. People are really unhappy with Ethereum. Hey, Braves won 10-8. 10-2. They put up 2 more runs in the 8th. Shut him out in the 9th. Melancon with another save. Or not a save. It wasn't a save this time, but 3-1 over the Dodgers. 3-1 over the Dodgers, who was expected to win the World Series. Real quick, some baseball fundamentals, okay? If y'all don't watch baseball, that's fine. But some baseball fundamentals for you. So, the winning teams who typically win the most have 3 important things. You have excellent starting pitching. That's number 1. You can't win a game without starting pitching, and especially in the playoffs, okay? Number 2, you have excellent defense, meaning the players that you have on the field don't screw up a lot. They're pretty solid everywhere. The third thing you have is not power hitting. You don't need power hitting to win the World Series. You need base runners. And why do I say that? Because starting pitchers that usually make it to the World Series don't give up a lot of base runners. And when they do get on base, they tend to hit ground balls or flyouts and not home runs. So you need base runners in order to create action on the bases, in order to even get runners in scoring position, because you're just not going to get a lot. So here's what the Dodgers have. The Dodgers have excellent starting pitching. Some of the best in the league. They have excellent defense. But they're hitting. They have 9 power hitters. Or 8 power hitters. So that's 8 guys that strike out 3/4 of the time. So you don't have many base runners. Now this is fine for the regular season, okay? Because in the regular season, you play a lot of games, and pitchers, they get into a rhythm, and sometimes they have off nights, and it's fine. It's no big deal. It's just an off night. But in the playoffs, you can't have off nights. You've got to be on every night, and especially when you get to the World Series. If you go back and watch the Braves, and I'm a Braves fan. You go back and watch the Braves in the early 90s, and they made it to all these World Series, and they kept losing. What was the common denominator? Go back and look at the scores. 2-1. 3-2, 1-0, 1-3, 5-1. Very rarely did they score a lot of runs. I remember the Braves were 3-3 versus the Twins, and they put Jack McDowell out there for the Twins. The dude's 46 years old. He can't throw hardly anything, but he gave it everything he had for one last game. And he went 8 innings and gave up a 3-hitter. They couldn't get on base. So what the Braves had was young players, which they are now. They're young. That's another thing you'd like to be, but you don't have to be. They had young players, and they had power hitters. They didn't have anything in between. And then they got the in-between, and they had no power hitters, so they couldn't make it to the playoffs. They never lost their pitching. The pitching always kept them in it. It's one of these things. I watch the Braves now. They barely have a guy on the team old enough to buy beer. Old dude who was pitching tonight was 22. The Max Fried is 25. Anderson is 23. Camargo is 22. Acuna is 24. Albies is 23. Christian, what's his name? Pagel or whatever. He's 19. They got all these kids on the team. Kids. And they're out there balling their asses off. That's really cool to see. When you get into baseball in postseason, it comes down to 100%. You have to have great starting pitching. And you really need relievers too, but great starting pitching. And you need base runners. How did the Houston Astros win other than stealing signs? Base runners. They base ran you to death. They got on base. They bunted. They sacrificed. They stole bases. They capitalized on every single time they got on base. Look at what the Dodgers can't do. The Dodgers literally strike out and hit home runs. That's it. And if they're not, it looks good on paper because that's Moneyball, right? But look what it gets you. You don't got guys who can get on base, you're not going to win. So there you go. That's the formula to beat the Braves, in my opinion. Just get on base. Get on base. Once you get on base, you can fluster some of these young pitchers, but until then, you're not doing shit. Let's see what y'all are saying here. Darth says, I grudge against the Dodgers. Yeah, I'm a Braves fan, so it's, yeah. Rugg says, simply put, Tony Gwynn. Man. Tony Gwynn was a beast. Ty Cobb, yep. Yeah. Ty Cobb was defense, and he also beat women, and he stole bases and hit home runs. And he was racist. I watched a lot of baseball when I was 9 to 12 years old, WGN. Oh my God, Rugg. You don't even know how similar we are, dude. Gwynn drove pitchers crazy. King River Jr., big Padre guy. Gwynn was from the LBC. Yep. He went to Long Beach Polytechnic, right? I think so. Hey, what's up, Blog Chain? Glad to have you back for your second video. What's up, my guy? The interesting thing about Tony Gwynn, I read something. I think Jeremy might have put it on Facebook, but it was a quote from Greg Maddux, and he said, "I always had a good time playing, and I had fun out there, and I could strike out guys a lot of times, except that one guy, Tony Gwynn. Damn it, I couldn't stand pitching against him." And that was his quote. You know Greg Maddux never struck out Tony Gwynn twice in the same game ever, ever, ever. Like what the hell? I think the stat on Tony Gwynn was like 3% of the games he played he struck out twice. The man hardly ever hit home runs, but by God, he wasn't going to strike out. He was going to go up there and get on base and piss you off, and he did it a lot, which is pretty interesting. So let's see. Yeah, Polytechnic's where he went. All right. Rug, you mentioned WGN. When I was a kid, man, my mom couldn't afford daycare, so I had to stay at home by myself through the summers since I was like 8 or 9. And we didn't have cable, but we had like the free TV. And WGN came over the free TV, so I got to watch a lot of Cubs games and a lot of White Sox games. And I got to listen to a lot of Harry Carey, stuff like that. And Kerry Wood played for the Cubs, and Kerry Wood was from right here where we're from, or me and Jeremy are from, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I had some reach because, dude, Chicago was the number 3 market in the country back then, so that was pretty neat. Kerry Wood, man, we played. Me and Jeremy, didn't me and you play on Kerry Wood Field in Bessemer? I don't remember. It seems like we did. I can't remember. Me and Jeremy played on a lot of baseball teams together back in the day. Me and Jeremy, I actually went on a team. We traveled all the way to the beach one year. Yeah, we did play there. Okay. We traveled to the beach one year, and we were a couple games away from being on TV, man. That was pretty neat. Believe it or not, I made the last out to eliminate us from the tournament. Friggin' bases loaded, and I hit a line drive back to the pitcher, and I was out. Like, damn it, dude. Bases loaded, bottom of the inning, 3-2, and I hit a line drive back to the pitcher. Out. I'll never forget that. The legend of Turtle, bro. They don't understand. They don't understand about Turtle. Dude, we had such a good time in that freaking hotel room. I'm surprised. Well, we were supposed to be the old... we were the older, more mature ones, and we were not. I still remember watching Oatmeal walk by the window with his ass cheeks hanging out. You remember that, Jeremy? Oh, God. Let's see. All the way up to small towns of Canada. Yep, I remember that dude. Ron Cried, Jody Davis. Oh, my God. Now, Bill Buckner was a little older than that. Was a little past my time. They had Ryan Sandberg, and they had, what was the pretty boy who played first base? Eric, they had another guy who was a pretty boy for the Cubs. That was when they had Sosa, too. Steve Traxel. Remember him? Oh, my God. Kenny, I forgot putting the deer piss on the door outside. I forgot about that. Oh, God. If y'all ain't from the South and hunt, y'all don't know about deer piss. So, look at this XRP making a really ugly red candle right now. I just been sitting here watching it while I was talking, and this is what happens, man. If you just sit and watch stuff and don't panic, look. It tested the bottom of that. We were sitting here watching it. Me and Darth were, Darth even brought it up. That was the swell pump candle. Now look at it. This is why you don't panic, dude. You just relax and let this shit play out. I want as many people to get on these streams and listen to this as I can because of this, okay? You can't panic, man. Don't ever panic buy. Never. Don't ever panic sell. Just chill. Have a beer. Relax. It's not worth freaking out over. Yep, come on. She's thinking about it. What happens when we fail to break resistance, y'all? Jeremy, here's an interesting lesson for you. What happened? Mark Grace. Thank you, Ken. I forgot. That's what his name because he was a pretty boy. Mark Grace was a pretty boy. Right here, look. When we fail to break resistance after multiple tests, what happens? When we fail to hold resistance after multiple tries, what happens? You get over resistance and you don't get up and go, what happens? That happens. When you're under it, what happens? This happens. It's going to go. We just have to let it play out. Don't panic. Could this thing go up to 12,000? Yes, but then it's coming right back down. We do not have the indicators with enough juice in them to support that. So if it goes that high, it's going to come right back down. I'm not going to sit and argue about 1 or 2% at a time with everybody. That's in the big grand scheme of things, that's pennies, and I'm not going to argue about pennies. So I forgot Mark Grace, man. Thank you, Ken. Hey, Ken, you're down in Columbia, right? Did you used to get WGN too? Columbia is like 2 hours south or hour and a half south of where I'm at. Let's see. Dude, God almighty, Jeremy. That was probably the best sports trip. You know what? That wasn't the best one. That was probably the second best sports trip I ever went on. The football trip I went on when we played in a football tournament in Tennessee. That was probably the most fun. Hey, what's up, Jane? Hey, look, I ain't seen Jane on a stream in forever because she's got a job now, and she's welcomed herself back into the working real world where people have jobs and they chart. She can't just make air rifle bullets anymore. So she talked to me a little bit today. Glad to see her back. She's entered into the contest. Honestly, I hope she wins. I hope all of y'all win. Hey, Blockchain, I see you on here. Did you get entered in the free giveaway? And if you haven't entered in the free giveaway, get off the stream, go watch it, and get entered in because I'm giving away 1,000 XRP, brother. 1,000 XRP to whoever wins. Totally free. Sign up. I'll draw it. And you shoot me your address and I'll deposit the money to you. Simple as that. Then you can move it out of that address into another address, or whatever you want to do. I don't care. Yeah. I see what you got here, Darth. You got it coming all the way down to 200. Very nice. Very nice. I see you. All right, yeah, Blockchain. Just jump off of this and go watch that other video real quick. I'll be on this for another solid hour. And, yeah, it's the one, no, it's not in the description. Hey, hold up. Well, one of you, I got it. Hold on. Hold on right now, Blockchain. I'll send it to you, brother. I don't know if I can get on YouTube while on YouTube, but we're about to find out. What do I watch? I watch car stuff, and I watch car stuff, and I watch crypto stuff. And I like watching Joe Rogan. All right, here you go, Blockchain. And anyone else who hasn't entered into the giveaway, there's the link. Click on it, listen to it. It's only 3 minutes long. And after that, you click on it, listen to it, get entered in, and then you jump back on. I watch reaction videos. Which reaction videos do you watch, Jeremy? Like the people shitting and stuff? You're welcome, Blockchain. Nah, Jane. If you look at my channel, because you subscribed today, I've started building a Mustang and I haven't finished it because it costs a lot. So I've got to finish doing that. And I need probably a couple grand more, but I just put so much money into coins and stuff that I haven't spent any money on it. But I'm gonna. I just haven't done it yet. So I got a Mustang. I'm trying to finish 800 horsepower. My goal is to go fives in the 8th mile for under $5,000. If I can go fives for under $5,000, that pretty much destroys any argument of any guy who spends $50,000 on a fast car. I built it for $5,000. So if you're an engineering student, so you'd probably be interested in the way things work, Jane. So it's a lot of videos and they're long, but I did it to prove a point. So that's one of them things. I can't stand Lambos. No, I don't like Lambos. I don't like Ferraris. I don't like Bugattis, and my kid does. Dude, there you go, Jeremy. That's her name, Ratchet Reba. I named the car Ratchet Reba because she's redheaded and she's going to be loud and southern, and that's Reba McEntire if I've ever heard it. And only she's a little bit ratchet version of Reba McEntire, so Ratchet Reba it is. This looks bad. This is what I thought was going to happen to XRP, and it's eliminated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 8, 9. 9 good days of trading got eliminated by 3 real quick. This is why we don't jump in on stuff, man. I never, ever jump on a trade. If I miss it, oh well. I'll just watch it go to the top and I'll find some other one to go into. Look at how red this board is. Oh my goodness. Blood in the freaking streets. Wow. I'm telling y'all, it's begging to go down. Everything is begging. We got 3 or 4 assets out of 80 something that I monitor that are going down. Son of a bitch. It's right on the cliff of the edge. Look. Oh my God. It's right on the cliff's edge. These are right on the edge of falling. God, y'all be careful if y'all are scalping. Y'all are doing your own thing, and I'm proud of y'all for doing y'all's own thing. But fuck, man. Don't screw around here too much, okay? Nobody screw around too much right now. Be really, really careful. If you don't have stop losses set right now, please set your freaking stop losses, okay? Yeah, Jane, we've been in USD Tether for about a month and a half. It's been time to be in Tether. Dude, Rug, the Moon Lambo attitude in crypto is so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Which is part of the reason why I do what I do. Can I break the cycle? Probably not. I probably can't. But I'm trying to do my part. So, if I can get people to listen by giving away money, giving away free cryptocurrency, and they listen to the TA and they do something better with their life for that, then I'll feel great about it, okay? That's my main thing. Y'all guys listen, and that's awesome. And I feel like we've helped a lot of people in the group, and I feel like we've helped some people on YouTube. Will I help anybody on the other side over here? Most likely not. I'm most likely going to get kicked out. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but most likely I'll get kicked out. And once I get kicked out, that's it. So, surprised it hasn't happened already, but whatever. We'll see. Don't leave it in limbo. They'll do it eventually. I'm sure they'll get tired of hearing me say it's going down when everybody says it's going up. Algo looks like it got a kiss on that 200, didn't it? Not quite. Close. Triple bottom on Algo, Dre. Triple bottom. If this doesn't hold, it's going down. And look at this MACD. Come on. Look at the stock. Look at the RSI. It's going down. Hey, Dustin, if you're listening. Dustin Deo, if you're listening, we're going to get a good buy right here on Algo, brother. You've been waiting patiently. One Harmony. What you look like? Ooh, she looks really ugly. I like ugly girls. No offense, Jane. I don't think you're ugly, so not my type. This is an ugly looking girl right here. Triple bottom forming. Come on. Under the 200. Broke the monthly trend line down. I got 3 boxes for you. Hey, Jeremy, you still talking to Kenny Eves? I ain't heard from him in, God almighty, 20 years. At least 20 years. Dude, I don't know what happened to none of those guys. Didn't Chris Rayfield go to college and play somewhere? Rayfield went and played somewhere, didn't he? I feel like he did, but I don't really remember. I'm friends with Joey Davis on Facebook. Friends with Brandon Hope. Friends with a couple of other guys. Chris Mason. Yeah, Chris Mason, not Rayfield. How's he been? You friends with him? Yeah, I lost contact with most of them too, dude. Whatever. One Harmony's got a really nasty looking candle showing. And here's my targets, okay? Dustin Deo. Wake your ass up. It's only 11:18 in the Midwest. I know where you live. Wake your ass up. I might actually take a screenshot of this and send that to him because he's been asking about One Harmony. He wants to get in on it. And he's been really patient, dude. I know he's been wanting to get in and ride. But we know you can't, man. You You gotta chill. Dustin Deo. Okay. You know what, man? I even went through and messaged people who blocked me just to tell them. Man, I was never friends with Bill Allman, dude. I was never friends with Bill Allman. And I think it come down to the fact that he outran me in second grade in the 100-yard dash. You really want to know the truth? I'm still mad about that bullshit. He started early. They didn't call him on it. I called him and passed him. And he come back around me at the end. I'll never forget that shit, man. Second grade, bro. Bill Allman beat me in the 100-yard dash, and I won. I got second place. I was pissed about that. I was the fastest kid in the class, and he took a jump start, and it took a jump start to beat me. If y'all don't know, I run a 40 and 4.6 in high school. I could move back in the day, okay? 4.6 ain't like hypersonic speed or nothing, but that's pretty damn fast for a little short white kid. Oh, sweet, you got in on it, blockchain. Very nice, dude. If you commented correctly and stuff, I'll go through and write done, and you'll be on the list, my man. Hey, what's up, Sam Smith? Finished work late, my man. I understand. Yeah, I kind of agree, Darth, but we'll see. Chris Mason made it to AAA and blew his arm out. Holy crap! I know back in when we were 12 or 13, he had arm troubles. Fetch dropped. Yeah, let's look at Fetch. I talked to you about Fetch, didn't I? They ain't no wee bit. Yeah, there's my targets on Fetch, Rug. And it's still working towards it. Let's see if we can dial that in a little closer now. I haven't touched this Fetch chart in a while. What a Braves made me really happy today. They're probably not going to win this next game because they're going to go bullpen the whole game. A whole game full of bullpen pitchers. I don't think they're going to win this next game, but I mean, if they do, that gives them extra time to rest Max Fried and Anderson. And they rest them two dudes up, and them two dudes are killers. And I kind of hope the Yankees... no, not the Yankees. I kind of hope the Astros make it. Astros play small ball, and I like that. And the Braves have good defense, so... Yeah, here's my targets on Fetch, Rug. Let's do 3 boxes because I can't be exact. But boy, that thing's getting ugly real quick. That's going under the 200. I bet we're going to get a bite right here. So it may take just a little bit longer, okay? I bet we're going to get a hit here and then back up to the 200 and float around here for a second and then come down, okay? But it's going to happen. And this is what makes me think this Bitcoin drop isn't far away, okay? Because some of these assets are really, really, really low. So one of two things is going to happen. These assets are going to flow down with Bitcoin, or they're going to go down before, and then when Bitcoin finishes off, they're going to already be at support and they're not going to fall as far. So we have two different options. And that's why I've been harping on everybody about double bottoms and stuff like that, because when this happens and forms up, then we're going to know, okay? And if we can predict this kind of stuff, the next time we have another up and another retracement, which is only, around the corner after the next move up, then we can do this again, okay? We can kind of try to predict these points. I got to hit this point. I got to hit this point. Okay, this one's already there. Move it over to this separate group. Okay, this group is already hit. What about this group? No, it's still got to come down some more. Okay, so we're going to wait on this one, and we're going to focus on this one. And that's really going to help us hone in on stuff, okay? Anybody who doesn't follow along normally, this is what we do nonstop all day long. Guys find these assets and we put it in the group and we look at it and we say, what do we think? And then guys will share more stuff and guys will share more stuff. And dude, we've got stocks going on. We've got Forex going on. I know Hellraiser's been talking to me in the background about Forex because he wants to get back in on that. Josh Young does a lot of Facebook. He has a Facebook group that I'm in on trading. And he does mostly stocks and options. That's just his thing. So, hey, man. Dude, we got a shit ton of stuff going on. It's a bunch of really smart dudes working in the background. It's not just me. Try to know that. Let's see. Oh, God, dog it, I forgot. I remember him running over that catcher and staring him down last game of the season. Dude, do you remember the game before that? When I run the catcher, I told y'all if the catcher blocks the plate, I'm going to run him over. And then I ran him over, and they kicked me out of the game. Do you remember that? They kicked me out of the game, and I was like, wait a minute. He was blocking the plate. And the umpire's like, that doesn't matter. You can't run into him. And then Bill Allman got up there and accidentally run into the catcher, and they kicked him out too. And remember, it dislocated his shoulder? God, I remember that like it was yesterday. We're like 12 years old, man. Why do I remember the stupidest shit? I run him over, and I believe I was safe, but they called me out because I run over the catcher. But he was blocking the plate, man. You block the plate, I'm going to run your ass over. It's the way it goes. You've had your eye on it for a while, Darth. Rug, that's good. Because I like Fetch. Fetch has really good returns once this thing's finished, okay? Yeah, Turtle, man, he was a little bit of a softie, so, you know. What's bad is how Joey turned out, man. Joey turned out to be a mess. Bo turned out to be a mess. Yeah, people fell off pretty hard. It's interesting to watch. ITC, Darth. Oh, that looks like it's gonna come down hard, doesn't it? Look at the MACD on ITC, Darth. That's it. You got the stock and RSI in there. Look at the MACD. How hard that's gonna fall. Oh boy, that one's coming way down. You're gonna get a really good buy on ITC. Let's look at that. ITC USD. We got a monthly chart for it. Son of a bitch. I don't know about this one, Darth. Let's look see if we can find one here. ITC. Is that chain? Yep, that's it. Let's go over to CoinTrader and see what we can see here. Sometimes we have to go to CoinTrader to find a better chart. And we find a better chart than we... Okay, yeah, much more data here. This looks very similar to Mithril. Let's have a gander here. Oh, God, I'm stupid. I didn't hit that. Bear with me. I am on the sorry-ass mouse. There we go. Mm-hmm. Do we have another in here? Looks like we do. There. And then one at the top. And for monthly, I think that's going to about do it. Rest of it's going to be weekly. And I won't really look at the weekly right now. Is this June 19? It is. From here at June 19 up. And we're looking at 1414. No, it's we're going to get a slower response here on this one. And I say that because the resistance is in a different spot. It looks like we're going to get a 1272 on this one because this patch of resistance is going to hold us up. It looks like 1272 would be a good spot. And that is from today 1,400%. Man, that same move that I just pulled right here on IoT, which is on KuCoin, that same move that I just pulled is only 300% on XRP. It's 1,490 on this particular asset. This is why we do more than just a couple coins, because these charts right here where the big money are made, okay? That's where the big money's made. These really weird looking charts. There's money to be made there, okay? We just have to find them and hit them. Yeah, that thing is Wick City Warriors. No joke. All right. I know, bro. Sammy turned out to be the guy, which is interesting. Is there enough data on Cardia? What's the, let's see, what's Cardia? Is that a Kardashian or is that Cardi B? I only ask because you're the only female in here right now, and that's completely sexist of me. KIA, okay. Killed in action. Kardashian chain. Ooh, Kardashian chain is going to fall. Miss Jane. It's going to fall. Why do I say that? Because it's so far ahead. The line here. It's really a weekly line though, because yeah, it's got to come down some more. It can stop here. But this also could do an XRP thing where it comes down and comes up and then comes down and it comes up and then comes down and comes up and then comes down and comes up. You really have no control over that. When these coins are way ahead like this one is, when they've had such hard, strong movements up, the RSI is come down and flat here, but we really don't have anything else to look at. Let's see if I can find a coin trader trading view chart. Yeah, got one here. Okay. Under the 8, under the 21, under the 50, under the 100. MACD turning down. RSI down. Stock RSI down. I would wait if you're going to buy this. Bands are tight. Yeah, this is going to come down some more. And when this does come down, you're going to get a better buy-in. And I'm betting you it's going to come down. First of all, let's do weekly. Yeah, it's going to come down around this zone here. Let's see if we can further find that point somewhere else. Because I want to confirm that point and not just guess on it. Yeah, see, that's not very much down, okay? So let's see how big of a reversal that would be from this point at the bottom up. Yeah, that's a 1272. Look. This could be the last move. And it could wait and go a little bit farther. How many percent is that down from where we're at now? Yeah, okay, look, that's 25% down. You're going to lose 25% of the value on Kardashian chain here. And once Kardashian chain gets down here, it's going to have a chance to come up, but I don't see it doing much until then. There's too many negatives on this chart for me. If that makes sense. All right, let's see. I'm holding some bags of Nano ICX for 2018. Any hope on that or just hopium? Let's see. Let's see real quick. Let's look at Nano first. Bro, you've had a hold of that shit for 2 years, my dude. I like your patience game is rude, which is nice. I don't have that patience. Okay. I believe Nano and Engine had a similar looking fractal, but I'm not positive of that. I'd have to relook at it again to try to make sure. Okay, Nano, no, I was wrong. That's a different chart altogether. And this one here, that's the big line right there, that 886. This needs to come down some. Then we're going to have some running there. Yep, it's caught support. Yeah, Nano's got a lot of shit to get through, okay? Should have sold that one a while back. Should have sold it in 2018. Any time in 2018 would have been great. You'd have been in the profits. Yeah, this is going to be a hard road here on Nano. Percent gains to to the next zone here. Let's better mouse click. There we go. Looks like 1414, and that's 500% over the next couple months. So you have a 500% risk reward is 500%. Risk is 25 to 30%. Reward is 400 to 500%. Now it's going to stall out right there again too, so just be prepared for that. A lot of resistance for it to get up there. It's going to take a couple months or so or more to do that move. Let's see. What's the cloud look like? All right, let's look at it. You're very welcome, Jane. Imagine that, a Kardashian going down. Oh, oh God, ruthless. I love America so much. We just do it better than everybody else, man. In the words of the infamous genius Kanye West, break records with Gucci, 8 records with Louis. My girl's a superstar, all from her home movie. Oh, God. Yeah, Kardashian chain looks bad. There's nothing good I see on the cloud at all. The 4 hour, it's still a buy on the 4 hour. But look, it's getting ready to get ugly. You probably should have sold whenever these lag line run into the candles. Looks like the conversion line's about to cut the baseline, which will be another sell sign. And here's that big red box I drew. So, yeah, I got Kardashian chain coming down. Spend. What are you doing in green? Spend is running sideways, right under the cloud. It's going to have a chance to move up here in the next few days. You see that? It's going to have a chance. How long can it get suppressed under there? Well, the MACD's running down now. RSI's flat. Stock is up. So it can come down some and then try to make a move. Spend will be one to watch. I'm curious on Spend. A really nasty looking chart. I accidentally clicked log mode, sorry. Or auto, sorry. Yeah, just really nasty looking chart. Yep, still a sale. Not dusk. Oh, dusk looks ugly. What's happening right here? Let's stop this and redo that. Boy, we got a sale sign right here. Or do we? What we got right here? What is this? Oh, it's getting sniped out right now. See that? Sniper line. And if it does fall, it looks like it's coming down here to this fib line right here. These two lines line up. See that? This zone has this blue line running through it, which is a monthly chart fib line. It's a good target. So we'll look for it to come down here in this area, dusk, into the 27 cent or 0.027 area. So less than 3 cents. So that's a good mark. Let's see. What else we got? Imagine that, a Kardashian going down. Ye for Prezi, yes. Yes. Ye for Prezi. I would have voted for Kanye. And don't tell me he's crazy, because look at these other two guys we got. In my opinion, you're crazy if you think those two guys are the best too. Who's really crazy here? Oh, real quick, I was looking at Uber. Another guy from the other group asked me to look at Uber. And as you see, it's starting to turn a little ugly on Uber. See the MACD turning down? RSI is turning down. Stock is down. We're still over 40, so it's holding in there. We're also still over the cloud. Our price is still green. We're over the cloud. Our cloud's green. Our base is under the conversion. Good. Our lag line is still over the cloud. Good. But we're really, really close to a sale here, okay? So this is either going to pop back up and get moving off the cloud. It's going to bounce off the cloud and come up, or we're going to go through it. And if we do go through it, down like the economy it goes. It also is failing to break resistance here. As you see, it is failing to break resistance and getting caught on the line. Not good. We also have all the support under here. Look, all three moving averages are right here. Now it is under the 21, which means short. You're short on this until it comes back over. Could it come back over? Yes, it could. Need to see. But the indicators look like a little bit more down to me. And if that's the case, we're going to get caught under the cloud, which means down. By the cloud anyway. So we'll have to let this one play out. It's an interesting chart. What was the other one he asked about? Let's see. SPCE. SPCE. Virgin Galactic Holdings. That sounds super, super techy, doesn't it? Virgin Galactic. Alright, so looks like the MACD is flattening over top of the 8 and all the... Yeah, see, this has done what Uber hasn't. Uber fell right here, and this one hasn't. And the difference in this chart and Uber is this one has come up and not went down. It's got a big pennant forming right here now, so let's see. Let's draw this pennant. Yeah, that's not good. I don't like it's going nowhere fast. Right down here to this point up here. Yeah, we're in a pennant and it's not coming out anytime soon. Indicators are starting to roll downward. If that's the case, we're going to break these moving averages. And if we break these moving averages, then we're going down. Look, we got a tits move coming up right here, Darth. And a death cross at the same time. Look at that. We got the 100 getting cut by the 50 and the 200 getting ready to be cut by the 50. So this thing better get moving, else this is going to get real nasty real quick on this chart. Better get moving. Blockchain, I have... Okay, this is a point of debate that we've been talking about. You just asked, how many assets do I hold at one time? This is something we talked about in the group. And, okay, at one time I had 21, I think. But what I did was, on those 21, I had very little in, okay? Like only a little bit of capital in those. And the reason I did that was because we found some charts that had massive upside. But there really was no guarantee on them. And I didn't want to miss out on those charts. And I also didn't want to risk too much. And if I made anything off of it, great. If I didn't, that's fine too. I didn't risk very much. Now, I've since reduced my position on almost all of them. But I'm going to get back into them. So what we did is, excuse me, we kind of sectioned them off of coins that were total shit but have good charts. Then we had coins that have some sort of, hardcore use case, a good utility. Okay, those move over to the side. And then we had other ones that maybe have good utility, but maybe don't, but maybe have good looking charts. And then we had those, okay? So what I did was I bought 4 of the good ones that I liked, which was XLM, ADA, VET, and XRP. And those are 4 different legacy coins that I think have good use cases, right? That one day could get adopted into something more important. I bought other ones that have a use, but not maybe that important of a use, like Mithril, Algorand, things like that. Then I had some other coins like MTV and ENQ, Spend, Red Phoenix, things like that. They weren't great looking coins and they have no use at all, and they'll probably fall out on their face one day. But if I can make money off the chart, that's what I'm going to do. So I took some of each one of them. Okay, how many should you own? I would tell you everyone to diversify. Just understand that if you diversify, it becomes hard to trade. So trade the ones that you move to the side into a trading pot. I'm going to trade these and then leave the other ones alone. Or trade them all and stress out more like me. It's just really up to you. Okay. Some guys like 20 coins. Some guys like 2. Some guys like 5. I tell nobody ever be in 1. Don't ever just get into 1. That's stupid. If someone told you that, you've been lied to and given some really bad advice. No one should ever be in just 1 coin. Never be in just 1 asset. Any investor would tell you, don't just buy Tesla. Don't just buy Apple. They tell you to buy multiple different ones because, each chart has a little mind of its own, has its own little rhythm. And you need to understand that and be ready for that. Bitcoin moving down some more, 11,291. Go on, big girl. Drop it one time for me. Drop it. She's trying to break the 8 on the day. Come on, just break it and go. Get it over with. If you just do it. Oh, look, the futures chart come down. Hey. We just closed the gap. Son of a bitch. Look. See this, y'all? This is what we want to see down on the other one. Look. Came down here and closed the gap. Okay. It's free to go up some now if it wants. Really doesn't matter. It can do its own thing now. That's what we're looking to have down here. I actually think it's going to close and hold down there for a little bit because the 200 MA is coming up on that. See that, y'all? Look. The CME chart 200 is in a different position. And it's coming right up here to this gap. Once this gets up here to this gap, that's where it's going to hit. Put some money on it. It looks like it did, Sam. That's pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. And I bet you the price action is going to jog for a little bit before it does anything important. By the way, this move right here, I wanted to talk to y'all guys about this move. Clearly we see this pennant, correct? Can everybody see that? This pennant that it formed? Can everybody see that pennant? Oh, the liquor starts to settle to the bottom. Oh. All right, a pennant is when you have price actions go up and down and up and down and up and down, but it moves sideways and it moves geometrically sideways, okay? Okay, when we have a pennant breakout, we're looking for that to buy, okay? We had this breakout, but look what happened. It stopped. This is why we draw resistance lines. This resistance line is basically a monthly resistance line that it failed to hold and failed to break, okay? But what is this move called? Well, because this thing broke up but didn't do anything else after, this is called a short squeeze. And what does that mean? This means that you thought this chart was going down, okay? And you pretty much had it nailed by looking at the indicators. Look, a MACD turned down on you. The RSI, got too high, blah, blah, whatever. You're thinking short right here. You're thinking down. You're thinking short. Well, what happens? It goes up. And then it stops. And then starts to come down. Essentially what happens here is people put in short orders, sell orders. And this chart moves up and stops them out. If it doesn't stop them out, it liquidates them. This is called a short squeeze. The same thing works the other direction, okay? It's a long squeeze. You see this chart building and you know it's going up because it's got so much support it's sitting on and you're like, hey man, it's going up. But what happens? It breaks the pennant down first and then sweeps up and goes. That's a long squeeze. Okay, it squeezed your position so tight. You had your stop loss. It was getting tighter and tighter and tighter. You're being squeezed. This one you're looking at is a short squeeze, and the other direction would be a long squeeze. Okay, these are important things to learn. It's just some terminology for everybody to practice with. You need to know this stuff because it happens. Okay, and actually here it did the same thing, only there was no squeeze. Okay, we had a pennant. I'm not even going to draw this perfectly, just an example. Pennant, bam, 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 and then pop. It broke loose right here, caught support on the moving average. Somebody would have bought this. It tried to squeeze it right here, look. But what happened? It cleared that resistance line and went up. This almost got squeezed, but it didn't. It popped up and kept going up to the next resistance line. And now we're getting that squeeze. Okay? This is why we're looking for these spots like this. We see a pennant, we ride it out, we buy the breakout. People bought this breakout. I guarantee you people bought this breakout. And now look. It's pulling back down. It's a short squeeze. Be mindful of this stuff. Resistance lines and support lines would have told you this might happen. Okay? And if you weren't ready for this and you just bought that thing as soon as it popped out of the pennant, well, you'd be screwed. Okay? So be careful. Technically, this is still a buy on Bitcoin because we're over the 8. If you're using that, you're still a buy. Let's see. Oh, I got a thumbs up on that one. Good, sweet. All right. Looks like we're having a dumpy dumpercent on Bitcoin, and I wish it would just go. It's thinking about it. Come on, man. You know what? Something else I've noticed, y'all. Like the more I do this, the more I start to realize how hard it is to talk for a long time. Because when I don't talk, since y'all guys aren't talking, there's like this dead air where nobody says anything. And what happens is like people immediately start to lose interest when there's dead air. So like it's tough to constantly be talking for a really long time and like keep people's attention. Now I see why people do these live streams and only do them for 30 minutes because it's kind of easier. But man, I get to look into these charts and I kind of can't stop. I find another one and then I find another one and then I find another one. And I just keep going. Holy shit, let's go Zilliqa. Do your thing, big girl. She's got a smack on the 200. This is what, listen, very carefully everybody. This is what XRP is going to do. That's what it's going to do. It's going to come down there and hit the 200. That's what it's going to do. You cannot ask for a more clean hit on a moving average. Come on, guy. Can it go more? Let's have a look. Yes, it can go more. Let's do some lines. So we got a support line here. Maybe we have another in here? No, that's pretty tight. That's weekly. That's a weekly line right here that we're hitting now. That's more weekly, yeah. Either way, you know, this is tough, but I don't think we go back down to the 200 again here. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. That's a tough call. These bands are starting to tighten. We're catching support on the 50. Do we lose it? It looks like it because look at that MACD right there. Sell. RSI is pointing down. Stock is on the bottom already. It could ride the floor right here on this 200. Yeah, I bet the daily 200 is going to come down more. I mean, the price is going to come down to the daily 200, meant to say. Down here somewhere. How can we tell? Let's pull the fib set. And our targets, it would be 618 right there. Realistic target. Nothing wrong with a 618 retrace. Happens a lot right in here. Could even be a 50 and then up. Tough call. Don't really know. I'll know more as we go along. Bitcoin is making small incremental moves. It hasn't made a big, nasty, gnarly drop like it's done before in the past. H-bar. My least favorite coin ever made. But I'm going to get some because it has a good chart. Sorry. Yes, I can, Ken. Let's look at that real fast like. Let's pull up a chart that we never look at. Ethereum. Keith doesn't chart Ethereum. Why? Because I don't own it. And I would if I did, but I don't. Okay. So, here we go, Ken. It's real simple. 4 rules of trading the cloud. Rule number 1. Let's do this. Cloud trading rules. Number 1. Price over the cloud. Okay. Is the price of Ethereum over the cloud? Here's the cloud. We got the green cloud, the red cloud. Doesn't really matter what color it is right now. Is the price over this? No, it is not. So therefore, no. Okay. Hey, what's up, Thurman? You get in on the giveaway, brother? I hope you did. I got 1,000 XRP with your name on it. All right, rule number 2 of the cloud. Number 2 is the conversion. Oh, I'm hitting buttons. Hang on. Sorry. Over baseline. The conversion line is blue. The baseline is red. Is the conversion line over the baseline? Yes, it is. That gets a check mark. Rule number 3. Is the lag line over the cloud. Is the lag line over the cloud? The lag line is this black line. Is it over the cloud? No, it is not. It's in the cloud. That gets an X. And last rule, number 4, is the last cloud on the right green. Is the last cloud on the right green? Nope, it's red. That gets an X. What does all this mean? We got 3 no's and 1 yes. Simple. If we don't have all 4 check marks, you're out. Pretty damn simple, right? If you don't have 4 check marks, you don't buy. That's the rules of the cloud. Okay? Not that complicated, right? 4 rules. Price over the cloud. Is the cloud on the right green? Is the lag line over the cloud? And is the conversion line over top of the baseline? Is the blue line over top of the red line? If all 4 of those things are not in your checks, you don't get check marks on all 4 of those, don't buy. Now, do you use the daily? Yeah, I tend to use the daily, but I actually add more to this, okay? What I do is I add in the 8 and the 21. And what this does is helps me not miss out on so much action, okay? Because what happens is the cloud holds you up and prevents sideways trading. It also takes money off the top and bottom in order to do that, okay? So it limits your sell, it limits your buy, and lets you pick up the middle space and get paid on the middle space, which pretty much guarantees you a profit, but less. So if we can modify that, just a little bit, we add in the 8 and the 21. Well, the 8 and the 21 told you to buy right here. The crypto cloud, or the cloud says this price needs to be up here first. Well, that would have got you some extra percent. Now, here's the problem. You see, it didn't make it over the cloud, and it's actually starting to pull back down. So it's really touchy. So I don't use the daily for my buy. What I'll do is I'll go down to a lower time frame, and I'll use that for my buy. Okay? So I go like a 4 hour. And I say, where should I buy this 4 hour at? So the rules of the 8 are over the 8 with a candle closed is a confirmation of a buy. So what do we have right here? We had it come over the 8. It popped up. We had a confirmation right here, a second candle closed over top of the neon green line. That's a buy. All right? Simple as that. So this circle right here is where we would have bought. Let's go back to the daily and look at that. Okay? It told us to buy down here. Now, how do we get out of this? Well, the rules for selling are pretty simple, okay? How do you know when to sell? I'll pull up Bitcoin to give you an example. So there's a couple things. If you see the conversion line, which is the blue line, you can't even see it in that one, of course. There we go. If the blue line, which is this conversion line right here, if it crosses over the red, that's your first sell line that says, hey, get out. Secondly, if you see the, let's see if I can find one that's up. Yeah, this one's be up. Yep. If you see this black line, which is the lag line, run into the candles and start hitting the candles, that's your second sell line, telling you, hey, to get out. Okay. Now, can you make it a little better? Probably. You can use the 8 and the 21 as your sale points and the cloud just as your confirmation to buy and hold. Okay. It's really up to you on that to kind of find your own little game plan. But the cloud and the 8 and the 21 works really cool. Okay. And it'll help you stay out of these sideways bullshit trades. And it'll also help you just look away sometimes. You can quickly look at the cloud and say, nope, because you're looking for those 4 things. You look at it, nope, I don't like that one. Nope, no thanks. That doesn't look good to me. Nope, I don't like that one. And you go on to the next. You don't even think about it. And you're not going to come back to that cloud. You're not going to come back to that until it looks better. That's kind of the way it works for me. I'm not going to come back to something until it looks better. It looks better. I say, oh, that's about ready to buy. Like this Bitcoin chart, for instance. Look. This chart had had 3 things going for it. It had a green cloud, had the price over top of the cloud. It had the blue line, which is a conversion line, over top of the red. That's 3. 4th thing has to be the lag line over top of the cloud. And look what happened. It never made it over. It got close, but it didn't make it. This needed to be up here. And this would have been a buy. But it didn't do that. Instead, it got rejected and it's staying inside the cloud now. Still not a good go. Still not a buy. You saved yourself a sideways trade because you would have bought this and this thing would have immediately went down. And it may continue to do that. It may just jog. You don't know. So, again, this is what the cloud does. It kind of helps prevent you from getting in a bullshit trade. Sideways sucks. You might not think it's bad, but when you get stuck in a sideways trade, it holds up your money, and you can't move it around because you're waiting on it to do something. This happened to everybody for a month and a half before. So, use that knowledge to know that you don't want to get into a sideways trade. It sucks. I don't want anybody to get into sideways trades. What else y'all got? Anybody got anything else? Hey, let's real quick hook my man up with a done because he said he got in a blockchain. Said he got in and hit done. Yep, he's in there. Let's give you the confirmation signal. Done. Yes, it was easy, wasn't it? You know how many times I got called a scammer today, blockchain? At least 3. I'm a scammer. Nice. Makes me feel good. At least I'm something though, right? Could just be nothing. ERD looks like it's got a death cross incoming. It looks like we're going to get a tits move up, according to Darth. Yeah, because it's pretty much exactly what ITC did. Theta looks like it's coming down. And we've already talked about XRP. All right, anybody got any other coins want me to look at before we get off here? It's already 1 a.m. I don't want to stay up too much later. I know people have to work, and the longer I stay up, what I notice is y'all don't start talking till like 10 or 11 o'clock in the afternoon or in the morning. Y'all don't start talking till that late because we stayed up so long. So I'm going to try to get off here a little sooner. The ICX, I got you. It's 2 in the morning's tough, bro. That's just tough. Because I got to sleep too, right? Like whenever I stay up till 2 in the morning and do this, what do? Get up at 5:30 and go to work. So 3.5 hours. I could sleep when I die. ICX is not a go on the daily, and it's getting really nasty on the daily. Let's get a nice full chart here of ICX. Oh, okay. Never mind. Now what I see here is it's already got clear of some of the shit, and it's working its way into the good news. All right, so we're going to have another one here. Yeah, okay, now listen, this is a really interesting chart. Because it's over some good stuff and it's under some bad stuff, but it's in a good spot. I'm going to do the percentage measurement too here in a second. I want to get a measurement on how long, if I can, a time frame. Okay, that's enough. So from here, see the June area down. That leaves us, look, it already hit 1272. It already did its move, okay? So it's going to have to finish retracing. And then once this weekly finishes retracing, you get another move up here toward 1414 or 1618. But this one is ahead. It's one of the coins that are ahead with Zilliqa and VET and those other coins likewise. 156%. I wouldn't, this is tough. You're a little late on ICX. And for that reason, you're either going to have to hold on to it for a while or something, because you're not going to get as much movement out of it because it's already went. But let's look at this. Overall, the full chart, this is going to be better than XRP. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. I can tell. The full chart shows us a really nice percentage gain here. Oh yeah. So look, blockchain. Like, this is what I'm talking about when I say this stuff. That's 65,000% potential gains at the end of this run, okay? How long is that going to take? Man, it could take 3 to 5 years. I don't really have an answer for you on that one. But what I can tell you is that's 65,000%. 65,000% is a lot. Okay, that's a lot. If it does half that, that's still twice as much as XRP can do. So, ICX is one to watch. Okay? I like ICX. But I don't know about the long-term use case and all that shit. It could be one of these coins that flounders out and never does anything. That's why I say some of this stuff is a long way out. You got to be careful. People don't like to see others doing good. You're damn right they don't. People want people to be as sad and angry as they are. That's something else I've learned over the last couple of days. People want you to be sad and angry like they are. Why aren't you upset? Why aren't you angry? I'm having a horrible day. Why aren't you having a horrible day? That's not fair. Why don't you have a horrible day with me? So I fully agree with that. Fully agree. All right. Anybody got anything else? I'm glad y'all guys joined in. We got a couple people just on this, even though we only had like 13 people at one point. We had a couple people on here whom didn't get signed up for the giveaway who have now signed up, which is awesome. The more people we get on that, the better. I don't care who you are. I don't have to know you. But we're giving away about, what, $200 worth of XRP. So when else are you going to have somebody just give you $200? So everybody go and find the video of the giveaway. Take it, share it to your Facebook, share it to your Twitter, share it anywhere you can. I don't care who it is. Share it everywhere. And let's get some more people in on this. And the more people we have subscribing and commenting and liking, that interests people in shirts. That's the more shirts we can sell. I sell these shirts and I take the profits and I give them away. Okay? So the more interest we get, once we get monetized, hey, I start getting paid for these videos instead of them just being monetized. Instead of not getting paid for them, I'm going to take that money and I'm going to give it away. Every bit of it. I'll even show you how much they give me before I give it away. So you know how much I'm giving you based on how much I got. I'll give you all of it. I don't care. We'll see then, man. But if I can get you guys to keep doing that, and if you haven't got a shirt and you'd like to get a shirt, there's a shirt link in the description of this live stream right here. You just scroll down to the Redbubble link and click it. That link will kick you over. There's 6 different designs. I actually put a new design up just the other day. Let's have a look at that real quick. It's pretty cool. Just something I threw together while I was at work. Let's look real fast here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is what I put together the other day. Just real quick. Let's have a look at... Yeah, this is something I just made up while I was goofing off at work. It's a Chartonomics 101 with Professor Keith. You got the Ripple logo, Bitcoin, Tezos, and ADA. Some of these guys' coins, symbols look terrible. Like, it's just an ugly looking symbol. I didn't want to put like an ugly looking symbol on the damn thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, whatever. Anyway. You know, there's other designs here. This is the shirt that Nick has. This is the shirt that I'm wearing right now. This is the Tits shirt. You can get it in white, black, whatever you'd like. That's just a gray hoodie there. You can pick which one you want. It's up to you. And then we have the 786 Assassin shirts, which I really like. Or the 786 Mafia shirt. Like, this shirt's really cool in my opinion because it's pretty simple. And I just did it up in the corner. Well, I like the way that looks. That looks like you work at a bar or something and you work for the bar named the 786 Mafia. That looks really neat to me. So, you know, I'm going to get one of all these. I want all of them. But anyway, thank you guys for showing up. I'll end it off here. I appreciate everybody's effort. Y'all guys stay up late with me, and that's kick-ass. So, you know, keep hitting the charts. We're seeing some downward movement here. Let's all focus in and try to find out what we're doing. Find the bottom if we can. Let's keep sharing charts, putting information out there. And the more we have out there, the more accurate we're going to get at this and the more money we're going to make. So listen, thank you, everybody. Continue to comment when everybody takes the time to look at the giveaway video. We're going to make that list up and give that money away here on November 1st. Until then, we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thank you all. I'll see you next stream.